Ezinwa, and this morning we have the CEO of Armor Security Solutions Limited, an international security consultancy based in Abuja. He's also a political affairs analyst. We have Engineer Freeman Chukwuka Ibekwe. Good morning and welcome to the Monday's Viewpoint.
Good morning, listeners.
Okay, good morning, and you can also share with us what the current situation is like in your area. If you are watching us live on Facebook, you can also, if you're listening to us on radio, you can as well do share with us via text message, and that's on 0705 079 109 0705 079 109. And this morning we want to look critically at the sit-at-home order and its effect, especially for the southeast. That's our focus this morning. And it's not news that for the past 3 to 4 weeks, every Monday, a lot of people do not go about their normal activities, and so many people have different reasons why, even though the sit-at-home order has been called up, but a lot of people prefer to stay at home. And if you did listen to our newspaper review this morning, people are stranded. Some can't go to work because the bus drivers and of course keke riders have refused to go out to work because to them they say they are scared of a lot of things happening, and irrespective of the fact that this sit-at-home order has been called off, they are still scared, and they don't know what to do. And just yesterday, the Ebonyi State governor came up to say that any staff who doesn't come to work will lose his job, his or her job, if they fail to be at work today. And there are a lot of questions. How do they get to work when both the bus drivers and of course the keke riders are not going out, for those who don't have vehicles, of course? So we want to look critically at that, and do well to share your thoughts with us when we open up the talk lines. Do well to tell us what you think about the sit-at-home order and what you think it holds for the southeast, because the truth is, while we are sitting at home today, being Monday, the first working day of the week, in other states they are going about their normal activities. Their internal generated revenue is increasing, while in the southeast, for that particular Monday, we know a lot of money they will not be able to achieve if they set aside a budget like a particular figure for a week. Monday's own is will actually make it very, very low. So we want to look at all that, and like I did say, you can be part of this. So the first question is, do you think this sit-at-home order is necessary in this time when there is poverty and a lot of people are complaining? Some people are not being paid and they are sitting at home for that day. What of those who are not government workers? Because for the government workers, at the end of the month, definitely their salary will come. But those who make money on a daily basis, how would they be able to survive? So do you think it's necessary at this time?
Yeah, hello. In my opinion, this is my opinion now.
Okay.
I think the sit-at-home is becoming unnecessary, I must say. Initially, at first, when it started a few weeks ago, we all saw the sense in it. It made a lot of sense. Obviously, people were happy. We all needed to come together, plug together for the leader of the IPOB, as it were. So people saw sense in it. But again, IPOB as well have also seen sense in all of this. So they realized, obviously, that it was being almost being contradictory to the Southeast surviving financially. What appeared initially as being innocuous has almost turned into something that's actually going to spoil the economy of the region as it is. So yeah, it was good at first, in my opinion, but it's really becoming a big issue now. And
making it compulsory, because if you say okay for only members of, because I know in if you go to some gatherings, they will tell you okay, members are allowed to stay at home, but you're making it like compulsory for everybody in the southeast. Do you think making it compulsory is the right step in the right direction?
It isn't. It isn't. We all know we are in a democratic system of governance as it is. So whatever it is, anything we do here has to be done in a democratic manner. Making it compulsory has always been a no-no. IPOB never intended to make it compulsory in the first instance. I think what they initially wanted to do was just to gather, announce it, let it gather momentum, and get people to actually key into it, and then let it actually work on its own as it were. So yeah, making it compulsory has never been a good way to achieve anything really. It's we're not in a democratic state.
Okay,
So
now the momentum they were trying to gather, did they at the end gather that momentum that they needed? Because it's because of one person, basically. They want to drive home their point. They want the government to understand that, see, this person in your custody is somebody that we care so much about. And that because of that, we will do everything within our power to make sure that they understand that we need this person out of this place. So do you think, in all honesty, the momentum they were trying to gather by saying, okay, stay at home? And the truth is, the first Monday, a lot of those in SS3 were supposed to write an exam. They actually did write that exam, irrespective of the fact that most parents do not allow their children to go write WAEC maths exam. And we know when it comes to entering higher institution, one of the subjects, yes, is maths, English, of course. And now this student, most parents are scared to allow their children, and not minding the fact that in other states, definitely, whether the exam was written in the East or not, the exam still was written in this state. So it's more like 5 against over 31 other states, and of course the Federal Capital Territory. So do you think that momentum they were trying to gather, they were able to gather it from the first day of this sit at home, even though it has been called off?
Again, in my opinion, I still think they did. The momentum was there in the first instance. People showed interest. I mean, that first week, I think it was 9th of August. It was lots of people obviously obeyed the order. Because really, we all needed they needed solidarity, and we needed to show again.
Okay, sorry to cut you short. Do you think they were obeying that? Okay, yes, let's do this, or because they were compelled to? They were forced to, kind of, if you don't do it, and going by the all the whole things moving round, if you come out, this is going to happen and all that. Don't you think it's out of fear that people say, okay, I better stay at home because, man, it's good, it's a living how do they say it again, a living dog is better than the dead lion on a hand. So that kind of thing.
Yes. Okay. It wasn't. I keep saying it. The first instance, lots of people, and there were dissenting voices. People with dissenting voices. People were against it, but majority, by and large, initially agreed to just sit at home for the first time and see what really would come out of this. But afterwards, we all realised that having this go on every Monday is actually going to cause more harm than it would cause any good for our society. So in the first instance, the momentum was there on the first day, but then, like anything else, people soon realised that the novelty wore off, as it were. People soon realised that there was no point, obviously, going on a hunger strike. Really, that's what we're doing actually, trying to cut down the economy of the southeast, almost like cutting our nose to spite our face, as it were, just because we needed to prove a point. So at first it was okay, but then eventually it started making no sense whatsoever, and people actually realised. IPOB realised as well, because they called it off after the first week. They went back on air and or whatever the media they used. They went back to tell people that that the idea of sit at home has been suspended. They suspended it, and only obviously put it on for another date, a date to be announced in the future. So at first it was okay, in my opinion, but eventually, after the first day, just for a trial, we realised we were actually causing more harm than good to ourselves, and literally we gave ourselves some senses, and they also did, and they cancelled it and suspended it, and this is it now. So Mondays they've literally lifted the suspension.
Okay, now Mondays, yes, they've lifted the sit-at-home order, but the truth is, for the past 2 weeks, if you did go out, you see that people don't. I don't know, people don't like going out. They don't want to go out. Even on Sunday, you see them rushing to get things to stock up their houses and all that. You go to most stores, is already most of the things there are they've taken all of them, and now they are saying it's been called off. But people are scared of going about their normal activities. Why do you think this is so?
Yeah, again, like anything else, the media has so much. I must say, media has contributed to all of this, obviously. So, IPOB, initially with all the when IPOB was came out as a peaceful what you call it now,
Body.
as peaceful body, uh, it was all good. But when the incident of killings started in the southeast, I think that reverberated. It caused a lot of fear in a lot of people. So when that initial sit at home was given, people complied, but some out of love for IPOB, and obviously not just IPOB, obviously the cause. It's not just IPOB now. This is actually, let's not get this mixed up. Actually, IPOB is IPOB, and then there's a cause that they're fighting for. So people were actually happy with IPOB because of the cause they were fighting for after the first week. But then after a while, obviously, we realized that this is not the way forward. So in answer to your question, I still think that the way they went on about it is not good to anyone. You get me?
Okay. Now, let's now move a little bit further to security, because most of the reasons people give for not going about their normal activities is the fact that um, obodo adero safe. You want to go? So the environment is not safe enough for them, because come to think of it, Ebonyi State Governor is telling the staff, go to work, government workers, go to work. And those that have shops, if you don't open up your shop, they will seize the shop. Yeah. And now you're saying people should go about. What security measures have been put in place to ensure that once you go out, you are safe? Because in all honesty, when we open up the talk lines, you get reactions from people. A lot of people are not sitting at home because they want to sit at home. There are other ways you can actually show solidarity to someone you like. You can either maybe go to the church or go to your shop and probably slash prices of goods to show solidarity. So there are so many other ways one can show that, okay, I'm pained by what is happening. So do you think when it comes to security, as somebody into the security world, so do you think that if now people are forced, or you go to people's houses to actually chase them away from their houses to go to work, do you think based on security they'll be willing and eager to go to work today Monday? I'm not talking about every other day. Today, Monday.
Yeah, on Mondays, I think people will not be. They're not eager. I mean, that's obvious. Obviously, coming down here today, the roads are all empty. No one on the streets, and it's obvious. Obviously, people are scared now. Like I said, obviously, we've lost interest, and then people not going to work now. Actually, is actually as a result of the fear of the unknown, fear of not knowing what will happen to you. So with the governors trying to force servants to go to work on a Monday, knowing fully well that you cannot guarantee their safety on the road, is a non-brainer. What is it? Non-starter, really. No, nobody should. And it's obvious. Obviously, the staff offices are all shut. Banks are shut. I mean, the banks that actually keep money and transacting on money are completely shut as it stands at the moment. So security is actually the main reason now why people aren't coming out. I mean, nobody. People naturally people want to come out on a Monday morning to go out there to fend for themselves and their families. But security now, because nobody knows. And IPOB, in their own sense, have actually said that they are worried that bad people could infiltrate the organization or possibly cause mayhem on the streets, and that the blame will be heaped on IPOB. That was the reason why they cancelled the sit at. One of the reasons then why they cancelled the sit at home, because they realised that if you had left it going on, that people could actually turn around and cause issues. Bad ones amongst us could cause issues, and the blame will be heaped on IPOB. So I think in their right sense, they've done what they had to do by lifting it. But then what we need to do is actually to start encouraging people to start going back to work, going back to the offices on Mondays. But it will take a lot. I mean, it definitely will take a lot to get people to actually have the confidence to wake up on Monday morning and go back to work. Because nobody knows what. If anything happens on Monday to you, people will actually ask you questions. I mean, do you know what I mean? Why did you go out there knowing full well that the roads aren't safe? But the government, I mean, it's actually becoming a very big issue for the Southeast as it is. And IPOB has clearly washed their hands away from it. They've actually told us that you can go to work, do what you want to do on Mondays until we come back with another date for the sit at home. But as it stands at the moment, you can go to work. But nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to take the risk. because there aren't enough security operatives in the area to secure all of us. I mean, it's a difficult situation we're in at the moment, but we will eventually come out of it. We will do gradually. I think sensitization like this, obviously, talking to people on the radio, the government needs to go out there actually and announce, and IPOB themselves needs to, I mean, come out and also tell people, I mean, the hierarchy of it, to tell people to actually go about their normal day-to-day services on Mondays. So you need to come out and tell people, obviously, because that is what's holding it. Because there are, since the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu, it's becoming a bit difficult now, obviously. No one knows the right source of information for IPOB. So it's become a bit difficult. His barrister, Nnamdi's barrister, has also complained that people are actually accusing him of infiltrating, or rather coming out with fake news, as it were, on issues to do with IPOB, because nobody believes, with Nnamdi kind of being away, nobody knows the right channel. So I think it's an issue of having a proper channel for IPOB to disseminate information and say to people, listen here, we are all ready to, we can allow you to go out, you can all go out, nothing will happen to you.
Let's also look at what the Southeast is losing every Monday, because if you look, we just talked about banks aren't working. If you go to most of these markets, Kenyatta Market, Oboete Main Market, Co-Camp, you go to major markets, Abakpa, Gariki, Mayo, is deserted. People are in their houses. People are not coming out. So, of course, by tomorrow, before people recover, it will be by Wednesday when people start going to the bank, sales will start moving and all that. So, what does this hold for the Southeast? Because even at area markets in Aba, people are home. They are not going out. You go to Imo, everybody, they're in their houses. Anambra, of course. People, I got some videos of what's happening around Onitsha, and the place is deserted. You just find 1 or 2 cars in a space of 2 to 3 hours. So what does this hold for Southeast? Because when other states are saying, okay, we're making money, we're generating revenue for the states, we're trying to help our states, we're trying to help our government, we are every Monday, we have 4 to 5 Mondays in a month, and if on a Monday you're making over $1 million, of course for that 5 Mondays you're losing 5 to 5 million. So, and that's huge. That could actually do something. Our roads are bad, security, just like we did say, is nothing to write them about, though we're trying. But then sit at home every Monday in terms of revenue generation in the Southeast.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It really, like I said, obviously, it's strangulating, it's killing the economy of Southeast. I mean, the corridor, the Onitsha to Bar axis, that corridor, as it were, generates, rather, there's a turnover of around billions of naira daily on that route. I mean, Onitsha to Aba, and then you have the Newi, and what else do you have? Obviously, and all the smaller markets around. The turnover in there, daily turnover in there, is so huge that when you shut the markets on a day like today, you're not just affecting the Southeast, you also are in effect, obviously, crumbling the economy, not just Southeast, obviously, of the neighbouring states. And it really is disastrous, I must say. It really is. And IPOB, again, in their sense, have seen, and they've really turned around to say, now, let's move forward. Let's just forget about this. Let's cancel this, suspend this. And this is the way forward. I think people need to go out. People need to start coming out, go out and start doing things the right way, because our economy is gradually coming to a halt. I could see this actually. Again, foreign investors may not be too happy to come in. I mean, nobody wants to come in here, in an environment where you only operate, your business only operates on for 4 days out of 7 in a week. It's never too good. It will eventually kill the economy, and nobody wants it. The governors are saying that. It was quite funny the other day. I saw a video of the governor of Imo State, Hope, saying that Imo, the IPOB effect, the sit-at-home order did not have much impact on Imo. He said a few days ago in Abuja. Again, obviously, this is one thing. People are getting it wrong. He had an effect on Imo. He probably didn't, and that people were actually coming out. But he should know that the markets were shut. The markets in Owerri and all around Imo State were all shut down on that day, on last week Monday. And if this carries on the way it is, it will have a greater impact on the economy, and it's not good for us. It really isn't for us. we need to develop Southeast. The Akuluna policy that we're championing to get the Southeast into a good and financially stable area. It's not going to move forward if we carry on the way we are. It's as simple as that. We just need to make sure that our area, the Southeast, is financially buoyant. And a part of that becoming buoyant is by making sure that the markets are up and doing, because that will attract investors. Anybody wants to invest in the Southeast will first of all think why would I come here? I mean, look at the basis of some ShopRites and all the likes of it. These big supermarkets, they'll only go to places where they know that they can turn up turnover on sales. People will come in, pay money, do what they have to do, and then obviously that movements aren't restricted. So yeah, movements aren't restricted at the moment, and people need to know that they need to start coming out to help move the economy forward. And the government also losing on IGR. The daily revenue that are accruable to these governments that's being lost on Mondays is beyond comprehension. It really is. I mean, Anambra, for instance, I keep saying, is a market state with Onitsha in there, Owerri, Oka. These are all market towns. I mean, they're losing daily revenues. We have the Keke riders as well, who have a lot of them are on hire purchase. The riders, the bus drivers, hire purchase. We have to return a certain amount of money to the original car owners on a Monday, for instance. If you don't go to work on a Monday and you're forced to stay at home, you don't. How would you make up for that? So it just makes it difficult. The economy is gradually grinding to a halt. I mean, last week, I mean, different things. Petrol stations are not open on Mondays. That's having an impact on the economy as well. Gas stations. I mean, supermarkets. No one wants to open because they're scared. But I think the IPOB needs to come out and also let people know that they're not behind this, that they've happily said we can all go out.
Now, the IPOB have actually said that, but how do we change this mindset? How do we change the mindset of people at this time? Because the truth is, people are scared. It's not as if they can't go to work, or they are not feeling that, okay, Nnamdi Kanu is not around and all that. They have that feelings, but they are scared to, yes, you say go about our normal activities, but we can't because they are scared. So how do we change this mindset?
Like anything else, we're humans, and one thing is sensitization. You need to talk to them. I mean, the government, what I haven't seen so far, I must say, in the past few weeks with this being called off, is the governors coming together, Southeast governors coming together to say, please talk to IPOB, have a chat with IPOB, then come out on radio and television to say, to tell the public, listen, yeah, in a calm voice, please do go back to work on Mondays if you can. I mean, they're humans. These are human beings. But I think it's all about egos now. The government does not want to recognize the IPOB sit at home, as it were, IPOB as it is. So nobody wants to admit that the order is actually having an impact. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's not all about force now. I think there needs to be a roundtable discussion around this, and the governors need to together, unitedly, with IPOB in this instance now, go out and say to people, radio stations, go out there and say to people that the sit-at-home order on Mondays is no longer valid, that it won't happen, that this is what we need to do, that people need to, I mean, sensitize people. A lot of people listen to radios, and this is it. If they come on radio and they see commissioners, for instance, commissioners for information of various states, and perhaps some some market leaders or so, come together and sit at home. Sorry, and sit on the table to discuss this. People would happily listen to them, and the confidence will be restored back to the states. So I think until the state government agrees and recognizes that IPOB is there, and then also that they can actually talk to IPOB and use IPOB to have a chat with populists, things are going to be very difficult.
Okay, before we open up the talk lines, let's also look at statement that was credited to the Ebonyi State Governor. I'm just going to take a step from his talk, and he said any shop that is not open tomorrow, that's today, must be taken over by government. And he laid emphasis on the fact that Southeast is about to be destroyed, but we have to say no to that and fight to stop it. He said a lot of federal agencies have placed the Ebonyi State on red alert, citing Aviation Ministry as one, He said he's going to Abuja before they were able to come to give certain approvals for their airports. And yes, he said it is the highest level of foolishness. I want us all to help stop this. Okay, the other Monday, not this immediate past one, many civil servants did not go to work, and he decided not to pay them, but Spirit of God prevailed and he paid them. But anybody who fails to go to work today will definitely cease to be a civil servant. The security agencies must also take note, and security agencies have, according to what I say, must start parading everywhere, and it is important, and I want us to come out. Okay, so that's what he said. And the truth is, yes, security agencies need to come out, but are they actually doing enough? Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Imo, Anambra, and Abia. Are the security agencies doing enough to ensure that, okay, if something is happening here, you can actually fish out the people doing this and make them understand that, okay, this is not IPOB members. These are people who want to, just like we had the hashtag and SARS, some other people coming to capitalize on the peaceful movement to perpetrate their evil act. Do you think the security agencies are enough to actually differentiate between the bad people and those who are actually doing what they said they want to do?
Yeah, it's clear that we have far fewer police security personnel in the southeast, in Nigeria really as a whole, than we ought to. I think the statistics is that it's probably about one police officer to about 100,000 persons in the country. So as a whole, so imagine that, and then the southeast being as densely populated as it is, just makes it very difficult. So you can never have enough police officers to go out there to look after every citizen on a Monday. That's impossible. It's difficult. Thanks to Dave Nwezomahi, governor of Ebonyi State, he is going about the right way, but I think he still needs to mellow down a bit on the harsh tone of forcing people to go to work. We're humans. We need to be pets. We pet people back to say, yeah, listen, gradually explain to them the merits and demerits of not going to work on a Monday, and tell people, obviously, let them listen. Tell them you need to build money together. You need to build Anambra together. You need to build Enugu together. Explain to them all the benefits of it, and then hopefully you get people come listen to you and come on your own side. But if you start forcing them, once it becomes a threat, then it becomes difficult, because all IPOB will probably see this as is that you're out here you're rubbishing them. You think they're not really, that they're not as good as they ought to be, or they're not doing what they have, you think they're incapable, and then something could come out of it. So if they sit down with these guys and gradually talk to us like humans, and almost, I don't know, gently nudge people into coming to work, people would gradually, people do it, and it's not difficult. We're tired of it, and that is the way forward.
Okay, so we'll start taking your calls. If you've been following the conversation, of course, it's time for you to call us and air your views. The numbers to call are 0909-771-109, 090231111009, and we also have 0705 079-1009. Feel free to share your thoughts with us this morning on Monday's Viewpoint. But looking at the topic, we're looking at the effects of the sit-at-home order in the southeast. What's the effect? Are you sitting at home? Why are you sitting at home? The reasons you what's the situation like in your area this morning, and what do you think the effects are on not only the economy of the southeast, but on our individual life? That's what we're looking at this morning. So feel free, share with us. And we have this morning our political affairs analyst, the CEO of Armor Security Solutions Limited, an international security consultancy based in Abuja. That's Engineer Freeman Chukwuka Ibekwe. So we're taking your calls. Hello, good morning and welcome. Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from? All right, Newman. We have Freeman. Good morning.
Good morning, Newman. It really is. Thank you.
Actually, because you see, the people are not going out. I myself am at home. I'm not going out because I want to support what is going on. And the government of the Southeast, They are not doing well. They have to own up and say something. Nnamdi Kanu belongs to us. We shouldn't throw the baby with the bad water. The situation of the country is not good. The youths are suffering. There is no job. Graduates are moving all over the place. There is no job. So why can't the government sit down and talk? The herdsmen are all over the place. There is no, farmers have not been able to get to their farms. There is hunger all over the place. And yet people are adamant, sitting, just keeping them quiet when they see things are going out of hand. Is it when the bandits come down to the southeast and take over our land, take over our people, and will become subject to them, that they will know that things are bad? They should do something. They should come out and speak with one voice. They should agree. They should take it that the IPOP has power. IPOP is on ground. If they keep quiet, it is telling us that they are not in control, that IPOP is in control. Why can't they liaise together? Why can't they find a common ground to make peace and make things move forward? In fact.
All right. Thank you so much, Newman. Thank you. Thank you, Newman, for calling this morning. We appreciate your call. Good morning and welcome. Good morning to you, sir. What's your name, sir? All right, Jonathan, go ahead.
I agree with guests at the house.
Good morning.
And I want to comment on all the issues that we talk about. Well, it's okay. Here in Southeast, the government of the day have lost the trust of people on them. I don't think that there's anything that our governors would say that we followers will ever agree with them again. We've been looking for a savior that can save the Southeast. And we've seen that Nnamdi Kanu is one of the saviors. And now the savior is being held by the DSS. And we now at the Southeast now are saying, leave our own savior alone, so that we ourselves will now come out and go to our work, go to our businesses. The whole Southeast now has seen that even a day will not take anything off us, in as much as our Savior is still there. So I hear that the analysts in the house say that IPOB have hands off. We listen to the Radio Biafra, and that is only the means where we get the information. And watching it have never come out in the Radio Biafra and tell us, say, no, the sisters don't have the council. Why should he now come and tell us that he's council? IPOB said. We listen to the Radio Biafra.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for your call. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for your call. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right, Abwanwe, go ahead and share your thoughts with us.
The statement of my governor, this is the way to man of my voice. Is there any one of them who have more than 500 security who come out today and they are directing another people to go and die? Let me tell them, they don't know the secret behind this thing. Let them be very, very careful and mind what they are talking. Look at how people dying in Nigeria. No any one of them trying to secure the life and property. They are moving with more than 5,000 security to save their own life. They need another people to go and die. Let me assure them, issue of Nigeria today, they know the problem. They're pushing the people to go and perish. Let them tell them, God is watching them.
All right, thank you, Abwanwe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning and welcome. Yes, good morning to you and welcome. All right, where's Kinsley calling us from? All right, go ahead, Kinsley.
I think it is high time that the government is supposed to act towards what is happening in this Southeast. If you are to look on this issue, you know that the I2B matter, they are really addressing our issues. And it is high time they have to listen to it. It is not when the thing reaches to their own doorstep before they will act. This is the time to act. So really, it is not impacting well on us. They sit at home. But if you look well, you will see that the demand of the apple is really what will really benefit everybody, all the indigenous of the Igbos. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kingsley. We're still taking calls 0909 771 109 and 0902 311 109. Good morning and welcome. I'm fine, thank you, sir. What's your name, sir? Maduka, go ahead.
This morning is that the issue of the home is affecting us very well. Mainly the Southeast. If I know they make this thing for national level, for not big, but this now is teaching us. Oh, that is because of this sit at home Monday. Because I see that the first thing have put afraid to every one of us. No one is free to go out. Because you see what happens that very day. For the first day they announced that. So, and they have made people to be afraid to go out. So I'm appealing to our governors and the senators, rep and the other people in Igbo land. They will do something so that this issue is taken out of hand. It's not good. So I'm pleading, let us do the needful so that our people will be going their normal business. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Maduka, for your call this morning. Hello, good morning and welcome. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. What's your name? Okay, Francis from where? Okay, go ahead, Francis.
Concerning the issue of sit at home, it's not as if that IPO compel people to sit at home. For if you know the situation, maybe to come out 3 in the evening, you see people are doing it, they are happy doing it. Some people will buy drinks, celebrating that at home. It's not as if the government, IPO will force them to sit at home. And another thing, our government, they are not learning from this scenario. Look at only Nandukano commanding the road southeast. Only IPO command the road southeast because he carries people, the interest of people at heart. And our government, they are only about their pocket and their selfish interest because they want to become president of Nigeria tomorrow. That's why they are not doing it and they are not looking to gain people's trust. So it's not as if it's affecting our economy. People are happy doing it.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for calling. Good morning and welcome. Good morning to you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
And this is what they have not done. And this is majorly the problem. If the federal government refuses to discuss with these people, can't you discuss with them? Can't you find out what you know what they are fighting for? Can't you call them, my brother, my sons? I know your pain. I share in your pain. But let us go this way. Instead of look at the kind of warning David Umahi was saying. I want to use this opportunity to tell David Umahi that he's not paying these people with his own money. It is money for the police state, which they give him in trust. They give him their mandate to collect. So let him not make that statement as if he's paying them with his money. It's Ebonians that own that money. Even his salary, Ebonians pay it through their tax pay. So he shouldn't be coming to make. This is what we have not done. I want to see a situation where the Southeast governors, remember, when Sunday War was arrested, the next day they summoned an emergency meeting in the Southwest governors. And they collaborated with the southern or the other southern governors. And issue one part of the resolution is that the federal government should not come and arrest without notifying them. You see that logic? But Southeast has been adamant. I want to ask the governor of the state, when Fulani men invaded the Ishaku community, what did he say? Can he come up categorically and threaten them the way he's threatening the IPOB? Now, the truth of the matter is, I also want to tell you that during COVID-19, the Southeast was shut down for 3 months and we did not die. And nobody come to radio and complain about the economic loss that we recorded there. Why are you now, almost every radio station is saying it? I've not seen a radio station that come out and say, now let us discuss what is the chances of Kano in this tribunal. You become a discuss. But we shy away. But now you are coming to talk about the effect of the
All right. Thank you, Mr. Andubisonye. Thank you so much for your call this morning. Hello. All right. Just a quick reminder that the opinions of callers and on this program and on every of our programs is not that of Solid 100.9 FM Enugu. Head straight to Facebook and share with us your thoughts on our topic this morning. Remember, the opinion of callers on Facebook, callers on radio, and of course comments on Facebook are not that of Solid 100.9 FM Enugu. Good morning and welcome. Hi, good morning. Welcome. What's your name? What's your name? What? Your name is... Okay. If I move away from your radio set and go ahead.
Are lamenting. They are staying one day, only 1 day. They are lamenting. What of Nandi Kalo, who is staying inside the cell? See how was it at the end? They are talking first state government. They are losing millions of naira. What of Nandi and his family? So they will think about it. Is what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much too for calling. Good morning and welcome. Sylvester Ibekwe.
The issue, if Nnamdi Kanu come out today from that station, the whole people will be going out. There's nothing like this. There is nothing like this. I thought have caused up that very situation, but still, people are not very happy because what was done to Nnamdi Kanu was really, really, really bad. So, and why should this be there? That is what the people are saying. So, if Nnamdi Kanu come out from that station today, everyone will be talking out. Nobody.
Okay. All right. All right, thank you so much. We'll read your comment. We just have barely 2 minutes. Ajan Dubisi says the only solution is to stop this sit-at-home order is to release Nnamdi Kanu, simple and short. Ike Chukwu Frederick Wajobi says, I think why people are sitting at home is because of this thought. What shall it profit you if you gain the whole world and lose Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Mba Samuel says, sit at home is the only way. See, my sister, education is not the power in Nigeria. So based on what you say about exam, my dear sister, exam without job, no good. No good road, no electricity, which in the power. Eche Tabu says, nice one, Freeman. See, you can't blame people for not going out when our NDA is not secured enough. Tony Jimmy says, greetings from here, Oji River local government. I'm sitting at home. And thank you so much, Ibike Ezenwara. Thank you so much for your comment. And of course, every other person on Facebook, thank you so much for dropping your comment. Let's get your parting words. And if you can use 2 minutes, also react to statements from our callers.
Okay. Yeah, in parting, I'd say that the residents, Southeast residents need to, I think it's high time we started doing things the right way. IPOB have, they've done all they can. They've told us what they want us to do. We all know what's good for us now. We need to start going out there, going out to our shops, going out to the markets, going out to our businesses, going out to the various government agencies. And then the governments of the Southeast, the 5 governors of Southeast, need to sit together with their commissioners, various commissioners of information, with the hierarchy of IPOB. That's very important. Hierarchy of IPOB. This is a family discussion, obviously. So get the hierarchy of IPOB together and talk about the way forward. IPOB, there is an ideology. IPOB have reasons. They've all got reasons why they're doing this. Nnamdi had a reason. There's still a reason. He has a reason why he is doing, or he did what he did. And that reason is still there. It's still persistent. So there is something wrong that we all need to look at and collectively sit together as the governors need to sit together with IPOB and talk about the issues, thrash the issues out, and hopefully have the economy moving forward and also have the state moving forward as well. So yeah, the callers as well. I've heard all it had to say. It's unfortunate we're in this situation. There are people are almost forced into staying at home, and I heard one say that people are willingly staying at home in Ababa. I think that I want to believe that's true, but it isn't. People generally want to have fun, but it's good to have fun when you've been to work. You go to work, make your living, earn the money, and then come back home to have a drink. So I still think people need to just get ready and go out home and go out to work, and that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone that called us. Newman, Jonathan, Albanwe, Kinsley, Maduka, Francis, Mr. Ondubisi, Fire, and Ibekwe. And for other persons who tried to reach us on this program, those on Facebook, thank you so much. We can't call all of you, but thank you so much for watching on Facebook. Those who listen to us online as well, thank you so much. Thank you so much to our guest. He's a political affairs analyst. He's the CEO of Armor Security Solutions Limited, an international security consultancy based in Abuja. Engineer Freeman Chukwuka Ibekwe. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Lillian Izoa. Thank you so much, everyone. And of course, coming up next, it will be the beats at 10. And right after that, the hashtag show with Jujunwa and Lillianwa. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked on this dial.